guys, how's it going? If any of you have a New Edge Mustang like me, you've probably went ahead and took out the standard honeycomb grill from the face of it here and replaced it with the Mach 1 Grill Delete. But the only problem with that is when you take out the honeycomb, it kind of reveals some of the metalwork back there and the radiator, and it kind of throws off the whole look just a little bit. And I know that I've had several comments about it from people telling me that it just doesn't look good and they thought the honeycomb looked better, but I disagree. Either way, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try blacking out the inside here, and we're going to see if it makes it look better and make it look completely blacked out so you don't see some of the stuff in there. And I'm going to pull it in right now and we'll take a closer look at it. Alright, so we're back in the garage, and if you see what I'm talking about, when you look under here, and especially if like the sunlight's going in it or something, it just looks black, and then you got that gray kind of dull color back there, so that's what we're going to try and work on here today. Alright, so the key ingredient to this little job here is this trim and bumper paint. You can get it by this brand, or I also heard that SEM is probably the better choice, but they didn't have it at the store I went to, so we're just gonna stick with that. We also got some masking tape for the paint. I got some brushes here to clean up the surface a little bit, and I'm gonna need this to take off like the pony and some other stuff in the way. We're gonna need some screwdriver for this, and I'm gonna need those also, obviously. So we got the Mach 1 deal out of there. We got the pony off, so we're left with this. Gonna clean this area up a little and try and get ready for the paint. So we pretty much got everything cleaned up here. Just went ahead and scraped everything with a brush, you know, took everything off, wiped it down. And so now what we're gonna do is try setting it up, taping it up, getting ready for paint. So what I did first was I just wrapped the latch for the hood release in just like a Walmart bag. And what I'm gonna do now is I got these big plastic bags just laying around. So I'm gonna try hooking them on there and use them to cover everything up. Step, you're just gonna paint it on, a few coats, we'll see. All right, so after you shake your pan up for a minute or two, remember to give it a test run on a piece of cardboard or something. All right, so by the looks of it, I'm probably gonna need like 5 coats or so. Well, we'll see how it goes. So that first coat just went on. It went on pretty heavy. Like I used a lot of paint. I wiped it off the first time because it looked like really runny, so I shook it up a little more and it looked a little better. But I mean, it's looking pretty black right now. You know, we'll see. I'm gonna put a few more on, probably wait around 15-20 minutes in between coats, and we're gonna see what we're looking like here. I haven't really hit the radiator back there at all. I wanted to, but I might have to hit that in between when the coat dries, because you kind of have to reach your hand back there. But you know, we'll see how it looks after it dries and put another coat on. I'm gonna glue this back on. This is the clip that holds on the grill delete little lip there, so it fell off. Luckily it was still in the vehicle, so I'm just gonna glue it back on in between. All right, so I waited about 20 minutes. This is what we're looking like after the first coat. Yeah, like I didn't really hit the radiator back there at all, and I definitely missed some spots. But for the most part, not too bad, nothing I can't fix. This is how we're looking after coat 2. Got a lot of the radiator back there on that second coat. It's looking pretty good. It was running a little bit. I wiped off a few spots and did it again, like up there. I'm gonna have to redo, but most part looking pretty good. I'll do another one here soon. This is what we're looking at. It looks pretty good. I hit all the spots as best as I could, and that's pretty much it. I'm gonna take this wrapping off and probably let it sit overnight. Day, came back, taking a look at it. Looks pretty good. Honestly, turned out almost better than I expected. The only thing is, you really gotta let this stuff dry, because I tried putting on the little lip last night and it kind of took off some of the paint, so I had to paint it again. So now I had to let it dry for a second time. So just make sure you let stuff dry, and I'm gonna go ahead and try and put the front back on here. All right, so I forgot how much of a pain that these things were. The Mach 1 grill lips were to slide on to the front there, and I ended up breaking off one of these things again, but instead of super gluing it, I just hot glued it on because I want to get it done already. So I gave it a little bigger lip, and hopefully I'll be able to get it on this time. I even had to dislodge the light, trying to get some more space under there, so we'll see. Hopefully it works. Back on, and as you can see back here, it just took some of the paint off that metal piece back there. So I'm gonna try and put another quick coat on, and hopefully it'll just clean it up. So I got everything back on, shine the light in, finished product, looks pretty good. Alright, another look with the hood down. Yeah, definitely looks better than before. That's what it looks like with no... Alright guys, I pulled her back outside to see what it looks like in the light here. And as you can see, it definitely looks a little bit darker in there, even though the sun's not directly on it right now, but I think it definitely looks better. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you learned how to paint the inside of the grill there.